So this is the beginning of the clone stamp tool, cloning pixels from one location and putting them somewhere else. This is the actual tennis ball document that you're going to download. It is a PNG, so you will right click on this one and click copy image, and then you'll go to Photoshop and you'll click new. What it does is, now that it is copied and saved temporarily, this is what it shows as its size. We'll click on inches. It's a big photograph, low quality, and we're going to click the word create. And then you'll use Control V to paste the design on there. There it is. Control V. All right. The first thing I'm going to have you do is make a copy of this image. So we will be in the layers panel, and I'm going to drag the photograph down into the plus sign so that we have a copy. I'm going to turn that copy off. Okay, I'm going to bring it down so it's a little bit lower. So we're going to actually work with the original image up here. The clone stamp tool looks like a rubber stamp. Here's its handle over here. There are more things underneath of it. There's the pattern stamp tool, but we're working with the clone stamp tool. Okay, this involves a brush. So my brush size is rather small right now. I could make the brush a little bit larger or smaller, depending on how much of an area we want to capture of pixels. It's probably best to start with a softened brush. I'm going to start way down here at 0, that it's a really fuzzy brush. All right. Again, I'm going to utilize making my brush a little bit bigger in size. Okay, I'm going to hold down on the Alt key and I'm going to click anywhere around this light blue area, because this light blue area is the pixel color that we want to cover up for this tennis ball. We're getting rid of the top tennis ball. I'm going to click, holding down my Alt key, and then now I can come in and look how I can start to remove parts of this. Now there's a little bit of a haze. Why is there a haze? Well, I have my opacity down a little bit at 73, so it's not erasing or coloring over 100%. So this gives you an option. You can always transfer colors over pure 100%, or if you're hesitant at first, you can set it at a lower opacity. So I'm going to come back over here, click, these are the pixels I've just chosen to come from, and now I'm going to come over here, and now we can see how a lot of it's kind of disappearing, right? I'm going to make my brush tool a little bit larger here so I'm not working so tiny. Okay, now I normally do about half the object. Then I come to the other side over here because I want pixels that are coming close to the ball on this side. So I'm going to hold down my Alt key and choose pixels here, and now I'm going to pull these pixels in because they are closest to this object. I have just a little bit more to go, so I'm going to come in here and I'll get a little bit of that. Oops, it came back around. I'm going to come over here. Okay, so now our ball is no longer there. But again, I did half of it from pixels I found and collected over here, and the other half I kind of did with pixels collected over here. Now I have this cloudy stop kind of thing happening here. So I'm going to come back to my opacity. I'm going to lessen it just a little bit, and I'm going to take a little bit of some fuzziness from my other side and try to kind of lessen the amount of hard edge. I'm going to lessen it some more. I'm going to bring in some more of these pixels, fuzz a little bit, and now I don't have quite as much of a hard stop where the ball used to be. This is exercise 1. So at this point, I'm going to invite you to go and File, Save As. All right, I want you to use your last name, and I want you to type in TB for tennis ball 1. So this is the first image that we're working with for tennis ball 1. And you're going to save this as a Photoshop document, and then you're going to export it as a PNG. See you back in a moment.